Sometimes the thing you're reacting to isn't actually what happened. You're reacting to what you decided what happened means. And those can feel exactly the same inside your body. Follow me if you want to learn how to see the hidden architecture beneath human behavior. Come into the lab. Let's do something painfully ordinary. You text somebody, they don't respond. 3 hours passed. Now, what happened? Technically, you text someone and you haven't gotten a response yet. That's what we know. But your brain has already opened a writer's room. They're ignoring me. They're mad at me. I knew something felt different. They always do this when they lose interest. See, this is exactly why I don't trust people. Ma'am, we started with an unanswered text message. How did we get here? And I'm laughing because I have absolutely watched a human brain build a 6-season drama out of like 11 facts. But this isn't about pretending your interpretation is wrong. That's important. Maybe they are ignoring you. Maybe they are upset. Maybe something has changed. The problem isn't having an interpretation. It's forgetting that it's an interpretation. Because once your interpretation starts feeling like a fact, your behavior starts responding to it like one. So now they finally text, sorry, crazy day. But you've spent 3 hours emotionally responding to, they're pulling away from me. Maybe you're cold. Maybe you don't answer. Maybe you confront them. Maybe you start collecting everything else that they've done recently as evidence. And now something fascinating can happen. Your interpretation starts affecting the interaction you're using to evaluate the interpretation. You thought they were pulling away, so you became distant. They notice you're distant, so they become cautious. You notice they're cautious, and now you think, see, baby, we have contaminated the experiment. And again, this doesn't mean that your original interpretation was necessarily wrong. It means we've lost track of what information came from them and what information came from us. That's why one of the simplest things I've started practicing is separating what happened from what did I make it mean? Not because meaning doesn't matter. It does. Your history matters, context matters, behaviors matter, patterns matter. But if I can separate the observation from the interpretation, I can actually investigate whether the interpretation fits. Maybe this person has ignored you intentionally 17 times. Okay, that changes our evidence. Maybe they've been reliable for 6 years and they're currently sitting in the emergency room with a dead phone. Also changes our evidence. The point isn't to become some emotionless little detective wandering around your relationships with a clipboard. The point is to preserve enough space between what happened and what I think it means so that new information can still get in. Because sometimes your interpretation is exactly right, and sometimes it's wrong, and sometimes the evidence isn't strong enough to know yet. But if you've already promoted your interpretation to a fact, you've stopped investigating. Stay sovereign, y'all.